Welcome to Rare Coins History, where forgotten dollars become hidden fortunes. That old Eisenhower $1 coin in your house could be worth more than a smartphone, or even a car. Most people spend these coins without knowing collectors are paying huge money for certain rare ones. That if you love discovering valuable old coins and true treasure stories, you're in the right place. Please like this video, subscribe to Rare Coins History, and turn on notifications so you never miss a rare find. Comment below if you've ever discovered a rare coin. I'd love to read your story. Thanks with love for watching. See you in the next treasure hunt. Coin 1. Today we are diving into one of the most legendary and mysterious coins in American history, a coin that millions of people have seen, but very few truly understand the hidden power it holds. The United States of America rare and most valuable Eisenhower $1 from the historic dual date 1776 to 1976 with no mint mark. This is not just a coin, this is a symbol of American freedom, a tribute to 200 years of independence, and for some lucky collectors, a life-changing treasure. So grab your coin collection, sit back, and listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you may realize you've been holding a small fortune without even knowing it. When the United States celebrated its bicentennial, the government decided to create special coins to honor 200 years of independence. Instead of the usual eagle on the back of the Eisenhower dollar, something incredible appeared: a colonial drummer boy standing proudly, torch in hand, surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies. The front still featured President Dwight D. Eisenhower, but the dates beneath his portrait told a powerful story: 1776 and 1976 together, marking 2 centuries of American history in a single strike. Millions were produced, yes, but not all were created equal, and this is where the story becomes truly exciting. Among these bicentennial Eisenhower dollars, the no mint mark version holds special mystery. Most people believe no mint mark simply means it was made in Philadelphia, but certain batches were struck differently, using higher quality dyes, special metal blends, and sometimes even proof-style finishes that were never meant to enter circulation. Some slipped out anyway, and those are the coins collectors go crazy for today. Now let's talk about what actually makes some of these coins rare and extremely valuable. First, double die errors. On certain Eisenhower bicentennial dollars, the lettering on Liberty, the dates, and even the drummer's details appear slightly doubled. To the naked eye it may look like a shadow, but under magnification it reveals a major minting mistake that collectors pay huge money for. Second, off-center strikes. Some coins were struck when the blank planchet wasn't aligned properly. This creates dramatic misprints where part of the design is missing while other areas appear stretched or distorted. The more extreme the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. A third, missing clad layer errors. These coins were supposed to have a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers, but some left the mint missing one of those layers entirely, giving the coin a strange reddish or dull silver appearance. These are incredibly rare and highly sought after. Fourth, proof-like surfaces on circulation coins. Some no mint mark Eisenhower bicentennial dollars display mirror-like fields and frosted details even though they were not sold as proofs. These hybrid coins confuse even experts, and that confusion fuels massive collector demand. Fifth, strike-through errors. Grease, metal fragments, or debris got between the die and coin during minting, leaving blank patches or unusual textures across Eisenhower's face or the drummer boy's drum. Each one is completely unique, a one-of-a-kind coin created by accident. Now here's the part that makes this coin even more exciting: condition changes everything. A normal circulated coin might be worth only a little more than face value, but a high-grade example with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong luster can multiply in value fast, and when you combine high grade with rare errors, that's when prices explode. Professional grading companies have certified some of these no mint mark bicentennial Eisenhower dollars in near-perfect condition, and collectors battle fiercely at auctions to own them. Why? Because these coins represent history, rarity, and a mistake that can never be recreated. Every error coin tells a story, a brief moment inside the US Mint when something went wrong, and accidentally created a masterpiece. Collectors don't just buy metal, they buy moments frozen in time. They buy stories, they buy rarity, and the Eisenhower bicentennial dollar with no mint mark has all three. Many people unknowingly spent these coins at grocery stores, gas stations, and vending machines over the years. Kids played with them. Adults tossed them into jars. Some were even scratched and lost forever, but the lucky few that survived in pristine condition, especially with rare minting errors, are now some of the most hunted modern US coins. That if you have one at home, here's what you should do: look closely at the dates, 1776 to 1976. Check for a missing mint mark, use a magnifying glass to inspect letters and numbers for doubling. Tilt the coin in light to see if it has mirror-like shine, examine the color and edges for missing layers, look for strange textures, blank spots, or misaligned designs. One small detail could mean the difference between a common dollar and a collector's dream. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk real market value. Rare high-grade no-mint mark Eisenhower bicentennial dollars with confirmed mint errors have sold in the real coin market for prices ranging from several $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition and error type. At major auctions, some exceptional examples have reached values equivalent to $5,000 on the low end and climbed beyond $30,000 for rare certified pieces. Yes, a single $1 coin turning into the price of a luxury car. That's the power of rarity. That's the magic of coin collecting. And that's why the Eisenhower $1 1776-1976 no-mint mark coin remains one of the most exciting treasures in American numismatic history. So before you spend that old dollar sitting in your drawer, before you toss it into a jar, before you ignore it, look again, because history might be hiding in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare American coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because more hidden treasures are coming your way, and who knows, your next coin might change your life. Money bag. Coin 2. We are stepping into another thrilling chapter of American coin history, a coin many people overlook, yet serious collectors quietly hunt for: the United States of America rare and most valuable Eisenhower $1 from 1978 with the D mint mark. At first glance it may look like just another big silver-colored dollar. Heavy in the hand. Bold in design. Strong and powerful like the man whose face it carries, President Dwight D. Eisenhower. But behind this coin hides a story of minting surprises, hidden errors, and rare examples that have shocked the coin world with incredible prices. So stay with me, because by the end of this video you may realize that the dollar sitting in your drawer could be far more than just $1. The Eisenhower dollar was created to honor one of America's greatest leaders and war heroes. It symbolized strength, victory, and unity. When the Denver Mint struck the 1978 D version, it was meant for everyday use, but something fascinating happened inside the minting process. Not every coin came out perfect, and in coin collecting, perfection is common. Mistakes are priceless. Collectors search endlessly for coins where the mint machinery slipped, shifted, or failed for just a split second, because those tiny moments created rare treasures. Let's explore the errors that transformed ordinary Eisenhower dollars into highly valuable collector pieces. One of the most famous is the double die error. On some 1978 D Eisenhower dollars, the date, the word Liberty, and even Eisenhower's profile show clear doubling. It almost looks like the design was printed twice, slightly off position. This happens when the die shifts during the hubbing process, and when it does, the result is a coin collector's dream. Another powerful rarity is the off-center strike. These coins were struck when the metal blank wasn't perfectly centered, causing part of the design to be missing and another part stretched outward. Some off-center Eisenhower dollars show half of Eisenhower's face missing while the date floats toward the edge. The more dramatic the shift, the higher the value climbs. Then there are broad strikes. This happens when the coin is struck without the retaining collar that keeps the shape tight. The result is a coin wider than normal with blurry edges, almost like it melted outward. Broad-struck Eisenhower dollars are eye-catching and incredibly collectible. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. Some 1978 D Eisenhower dollars show missing clad layers. Normally these coins have a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers. But when one layer fails to bond properly, the coin comes out with a strange color, either reddish copper or dull gray silver. These errors are extremely rare and command serious money. Another rare type is strike-through errors. Grease, cloth fibers, or metal debris got stuck between the die and coin during striking, leaving blank patches, raised lines, or ghost-like impressions on Eisenhower's face or the back design. Each strike-through coin is unique. No two are the same, making them irresistible to collectors. There are also proof-like circulation coins. Some regular Denver Mint coins came out with mirror surfaces normally seen only on proof coins. These weren't meant to exist, yet a small number escaped into circulation. When certified by grading companies, they become extremely valuable. Now let's talk about condition. A scratched, worn Eisenhower dollar is common, but a sharp, blazing example with full luster, no marks, and crisp detail can multiply in value rapidly. When a rare error appears on a high-grade coin, collectors go wild, auction rooms fill with excitement, online bidding wars explode. Prices climb higher and higher in seconds. Why? Because modern rare dollars like this are becoming harder to find every year. Many were melted. Many damaged. Many lost forever, but the survivors, they're becoming legends. Serious collectors love Eisenhower dollars because they are large, bold, historical, and full of error varieties. They represent a time when American coin production was fast, and mistakes slipped through more often than people realize. Every error coin is a fingerprint of history. A tiny flaw that turned an everyday object into a priceless artifact. So if you ever come across a 1978 Eisenhower dollar, don't rush to spend it. Study it, weigh it, magnify it, tilt it in the light, look for doubling. Check for strange colors, search for missing edges, examine the strike, because what looks normal might actually be rare. And now, let's talk real value. In today's real collector market, normal circulated examples are usually worth just a little above face value. But high-grade specimens and certified mint error coins tell a very different story. Some rare 1978 Eisenhower dollars with strong doubling, dramatic off-center strikes, missing clad layers, or proof-like finishes have sold for thousands of dollars. At major auctions, exceptional examples have reached values equivalent to $3,000, $5,000, and in rare cases climbed beyond $15,000 depending on rarity and condition. Yes, a single dollar becoming worth more than many people's monthly salary. That's why collectors never stop searching. That's why these coins remain hidden treasures. That's why the Eisenhower $1 1978 mint mark coin continues to excite the numismatic world. So check your change, check old collections, check family jars and boxes, because history might be waiting for you. And if you love discovering rare coins and hidden values, make sure to subscribe to Rare Coins History and stay with us, because the next treasure could already be in your pocket. Money bag. Coin 3, we are uncovering another powerful hidden treasure from American coin history, a dollar coin that many people have seen but very few truly understand, the United States of America rare and most valuable Eisenhower $1 from 1977 with the D mint mark. At first it feels like just a heavy old coin, strong, solid, ordinary, but inside that metal lives a story of minting mistakes, secret rarities, collector battles, and shocking auction results. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never look at a dollar coin the same way again. The Eisenhower dollar was created to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a military hero, a world leader, and a symbol of American strength. When the Denver Mint struck the 1977 D version, it was produced in massive numbers for circulation. People spent them at stores, tucked them into drawers, and forgot about them, but something incredible happened behind the scenes. Not every coin came out perfect, and in the world of rare coins, mistakes are gold. Collectors search endlessly for Eisenhower dollars where the mint machinery slipped for just a fraction of a second, creating coins that are now worth fortunes. Let's explore the secrets that make certain 1977 D Eisenhower dollars extremely valuable. Point 1 of the most thrilling finds is the double die variety. On these rare coins, the date, the word Liberty, and even Eisenhower's eye and jawline appear doubled. It looks like a ghost image behind the letters. This happens when the die shifts during creation, and when it does, the result is a coin collectors fight over. Another rare treasure is the off-center strike error. Some coins were struck when the metal blank was not properly aligned. The design ended up partially missing while the rest stretched toward the edge. Some examples show half of Eisenhower's portrait gone, while the date floats into empty space. These dramatic errors are extremely collectible. Then there are broad strikes, without the collar holding the coin tight, the metal spread outward during striking, creating oversized coins with blurry rims. Broad-struck Eisenhower dollars stand out immediately, and collectors love them. Now here's where things get even more exciting. Some 1977 Eisenhower dollars show missing clad layers, instead of the normal sandwich of copper and nickel, one layer peeled away during minting. The coin may look reddish like copper or dull gray like pure nickel. These are rare and highly valuable errors. Another eye-catching variety is strike-through errors. Grease, wire, cloth fibers, or metal fragments were caught between the die and the coin. The result? Blank areas, strange textures, or lines pressed into Eisenhower's face or the back design. Each strike-through is one of a kind, and then there are proof-like circulation strikes. These coins came out with mirror surfaces usually reserved for proof sets, but somehow escaped into everyday use. When certified by professional graders, these can sell for serious money. Now let's talk about condition, because it changes everything. That a worn Eisenhower dollar is common, but a sharply struck, glowing example with full detail and no marks can be worth many times more. Combine high grade with rare errors, and the value can skyrocket. Collectors battle in auctions, online bids climb fast, prices rise in seconds. Why? Because every year fewer perfect Eisenhower dollars survive. They were big. They were heavy. They were often scratched and damaged in circulation, but the rare survivors, they're becoming modern legends. Eisenhower dollars are especially loved by collectors because of their size, history, and wide variety of errors. They tell the story of fast mint production, when machines worked hard and mistakes slipped through. Each error coin is a frozen moment in time. A tiny flaw that turned an everyday dollar into a collector masterpiece. So if you find a 1977 Eisenhower dollar, don't rush to spend it. Examine it closely, use a magnifying glass, look for doubling, check the color, study the edges. Search for unusual textures, because one small detail could mean the difference between a normal coin and a life-changing discovery. And now, the part everyone waits for. Let's talk real market value. In today's collector market, ordinary circulated examples usually sell for only slightly more than face value. But high-grade pieces and confirmed mint error coins tell a very different story. Rare 1977 Eisenhower dollars with strong double dies, dramatic off-center strikes, missing clad layers, or proof-like surfaces have sold for thousands of dollars. At major auctions, some outstanding examples have reached values equivalent to $2,000, $5,000, and in exceptional cases climbed beyond $12,000 depending on rarity and condition. Yes, $1 turning into the price of a used car or more. That's the power of rarity. That's the thrill of coin collecting, and that's why the Eisenhower $1 1977 mint mark coin continues to excite collectors around the world. So before you ignore that old dollar coin, look again, because treasure might already be in your hands. If you enjoy discovering rare American coins and hidden values, subscribe to Rare Coins History and stay tuned, because the next story could change your life. Money bag.